Hi guys, welcome back to another Awoken Devlog. My name is Zyger and this is episode 12. In today's episode, I'm going to be creating the first boss for the first city. For those who don't know, the game is centered around traveling around the world, leveling up, gaining items and getting stronger. The whole point is that you travel to different areas to try and kill bosses, which help you get newer items and get stronger. The end goal of the game is to fight the final boss. Now in today's episode, I decided to create the first boss for the first city because I figured it would be a good idea to start here. Now there are still aspects of the game that I need to change, such as the city isn't built, there is no introduction or anything, but I really want to work with some AI, therefore I'm doing this today. Now, I'm creating this in the snowy environment, so it's going to be some sort of snow boss. Now, I don't know the exact name and what I'm going to call it, so I really would appreciate some suggestions down below for the name of the boss. Bear in mind, the boss is going to be centered around this sort of like icy, frozen snow area, so make sure that your name suits that. Either way, I hope you guys will enjoy this episode, because I'm going to have a lot of fun creating this AI, and I'll show you the process of me doing so. Along the way, also, I'll show you some code for the AI and stuff so that you guys can use this in your own games. And if you do enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, comment down below and subscribe, as it really helps me out and I really appreciate your help. Either way, thank you for watching this and enjoy. Hi guys, so I am back and it's now Monday and quite a lot of changes have been made. So first of all, I finished making the sprites and the animations for the boss, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But I've also created some scripts and I would like to go through those to sort of explain what I have done, how it works, and you guys can go ahead and use this in your own project. So starting off, we have the boss. So the first animation that I've created was this boss idol. Now this is where I designed what the boss would actually look like, and based off of this, I then made all the other animations. So I decided to go for this sort of like creation, I guess, and there is no specific way I designed this. I just thought of cool elements that I figured would be cool to add. So the actual idol only has a singular sprite because this is what happens when he's just standing still, which is very rare because I made a script where he has like a whole walking thing. Talking about walking, here is the kind of animation that I did for the walking. Now it's very simple because he doesn't have legs. I didn't have to actually completely animate the legs walking. I was able to sort of skip that part and just make him move side to side. So if I play the animation, you can see he just sort of jiggles a bit. Now in the actual game this looks alright, however I might go back to this later and change it. It's a very simple thing of just moving the character up and down and then just completely just kind of duplicating the same frame. So very simple. Next, I went ahead and created the boss die effect. Now this took quite a while and I'm still going to change it because I don't like the way it looks. I decided to go for something basic right now because I don't know what to exactly do. And it's just a little explosion that happens. So if I quickly go ahead and press edit image, what you'll be able to notice is in the middle here he has like a little kind of circle. So I figured it'd be cool if this circle starts exploding and if like a gem inside it explodes, therefore creating this sort of purple effect of an explosion. If I play it, you can see it happens quite quickly. In the game it will happen quite slower because I went ahead and changed the speed of the animation in the script itself. Very simply, I just created a little orb and made it increase as the sprite goes on, finally creating just this very simple explosion, therefore creating this effect of an explosion happening. Once again, as I previously mentioned, I will go back to this as I'm not exactly happy with it. Next is the attack animation, and this took the longest to animate as I wanted the attack to look just right so that it can be kind of appealing to the eye and for the player. So very simply, I start with the frame of the idol. I then go ahead and change it to sort of like he grabs a sword, then grabs it higher, and then decides to sort of slash it down like so, and then keeps it flat for quite a lot of frames, so that in game he stays still like this and the attack is slower. If I go ahead and play this for you, you notice is just a simple slash effect, and I'm really happy the way this has turned out. Hopefully you are as well, but once again some of the frames and some of the sprites will still be edited, so this isn't the final design. Next, I created an S-Boss mask, and this will help me basically play, kind of draw this over the sprite and over the boss, and this is where the boss can actually be hit by the player. So this is really important as it helps me kind of determine collisions. Now recently I did a video in Unity, and I must say making collisions in Unity is a lot easier because you can straight up just select it on that. Another way you can make masks, for those that don't know, is this basic collision mask, which is something that I have done here. I made sure that the collision mask covers all of the sprite, and I did this for all of the other little kind of bits and bobs. Either way, that is the collision mask. Finally, I created a boss attack damage, so this is the same image as from the attack. So if we go back to the attack, what you'll notice is this basically just the same image as this. Now this is just overlaid to add a little effect and also allows me to use it as a mask, so that if the player is in this distance of the sword, they will actually get hit by the swipe. Either way, that's all the animations and sprites done, so hopefully you really like how it looks. I'm kind of proud of it because it took me quite a while, but once again, it's not set in stone. Either way, let's go into the scripts. So the boss script consists of 4 different scripts. So the first one is the chase state, then the attack state, the knockback state, and the death state. Fairly simple. The chase state basically just outlines the fact that the boss will get closer to the enemy if they're in a certain range. So for example, here it just checks, this beginning sentence, checks that if the player exists, and if the distance to the player is equals 1,000, then go ahead and move towards them and turn to these states. Basically very simple. You can go ahead and use this chase state for your own. You can obviously modify the distance and the distance here. So for example, I've got it set to 1,000, but in this case, if it's bigger than 160, it will change scale and it will go into the attack state. So going to the attack state, it's very simple. We just have an attack bit here. So if animation hit frame equals 7, I play a sound and I create the damage object, which is this whole boss attack damage that I showed you previously. Now the end state is ended and he goes back to the chase state. The knockback state is even more simpler, because all that happens is the parent knockback state is the boss chase state. However, the S-boss idol is now the different sprite. Very simple. It basically just means that if you do get hit, just change to the idle sprite, that's all. And go back to the chase state so that you chase the player again. Finally, the death state, also very simple, which is the parent death state S-boss die, which is just basically a sprite of the death and it destroys the instance. So if we quickly go back to the object, I'll show you the object for the actual enemy as well, so you guys can go ahead and use this. So it's very simple. I use the same parent of enemy that I created just to make it easier to inherit for all my different enemies. Now in the create event, I just outline some variables. So the beginning state would just be the chase state. I make the death, and I kind of just outline these states here. I also make sure the create the whole health bar with the HP, max HP, the speed, max speed, friction, and experience that you get while doing it. In the state event, I just basically execute the states, and then stall after effect. Don't actually have anything here because I haven't created the stall, but I do want to add a stall to the thing. The draw health bar enemy is actually not going to be happening. I can go ahead and do that, so if I inherit it, I think I might do that just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer, but that's basically it. Finally, the enemy move doesn't actually exist either, so it's not inherited. Now if you press play, I'll show you what it looks like in the game. So we are now in the game. I'm just going to grab the sword so I can just quickly show you this guy, and here we have the attack, we have some sounds, and here we have his mobile state. Now I can attack him. This sprite is this boss is really easy to attack because he's in a certain area. And then we have the death effect. That happened very quickly, so I'll go ahead and slow this down for you on the screen right now. Also, I have some XP chasing me because you get all of this 50 XP, and look, I'm on level 3. So this is this boss. I'm just going to restart the game just to show you once again the animations. So we have the chase, which is the walking, and this is what it looks like. The attack, which looks like this. And I'll show you what happens when I get knocked back. It's a big screen shake and I take a load of damage. Either way, you can just attack the sprite from here and he has some knockback, so you've got to kind of keep moving to ensure that he doesn't actually kill you. So that is basically the boss done, and I'm really happy with this. It took me quite a while, but hopefully you guys are happy with that as well, and hopefully you have enjoyed the video. I know it's a little bit of a short video, however, it did take me quite a while to implement this. Either way, hope you guys are enjoying the devlog so far, and make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have. So, whoops, we're falling through the air. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and thank you. And just before this video ends, I'd like to announce that hopefully I'll be uploading a video maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, just sort of around Valentine's, and themed around Valentine's. Now, I would preferably like to release it on Friday, however I am working that day. I'll try my best to do so. It's not going to be any kind of like kissy Valentine's video, but it's just going to be a game themed on Valentine's and a little something extra for you guys. Final thing as well, I am gonna have a week of half term after this Friday, so the Friday of 14th, which is Valentine's Day. I'm having a week of half term, so expect some awesome projects and awesome videos then. So once again, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely day.